Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you had your lunch. So, how did you like our mess food? Good or bad? Let me start with a show of hands. How many of you have social media accounts here? I can already imagine, please put your hands down. I can already imagine the lot of you peeping in and about your social media throughout the session. Well, good or bad, Instagram knows everything what's going into your mind or your heart for that matter. But every pro comes with its own package of cons. To tell us about few of those, namely do's and don'ts on internet and messaging, uses of social media, we have Professor Anup Jacob Thomas from CSE department. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
So, good afternoon, everyone. I guess not everybody is back because it was lunch time and you have to assemble after lunch. But I'm very peculiar of starting my class on time. Okay, so if I say 2 o'clock, then we have to start at 2. Now, so I was very surprised when the host actually made a statement saying that all of us have internet accounts or social media accounts, and Instagram knows what is in our mind and what is going on in our life. So I'm sure Instagram doesn't know much about myself, about what is going on in my life and things, because I like to keep it private. Okay, certain things. And because I don't want to regret later about something that I have posted online. And if even if my account is private, it is quite possible that anyone who is following me can take a screenshot of it or can take a copy of it and spread it with anybody. So that is where I would like to start my talk about. So internet is a wonderful tool that we use on a daily basis. We use it for our communication. We use it for railway ticket booking. We even you guys, you must have used it for using Clear Trip or those kind of websites to book your flight tickets to come to IIIT Trichy as well, or for the train ticket booking as well. So internet is actually a fantastic tool that just allows us to communicate with the global system of interconnected computer networks. That's what a computer internet is. Okay, so it uses the internet protocol suite to communicate between networks and devices, and computers are everywhere, including the list is given there, and that list is not complete. So even if you go and want to buy a piece of chocolate, a 10 rupee chocolate, nowadays you will be actually making the payment using your UPI transaction by scanning the QR code. That's how you will do it. So you will actually use the computers for airline, railway ticket reservation, booking a taxi or an auto rickshaw. So when you landed in Trichy and you did not know whom to contact or how to go to IIIT Trichy, you must have just opened up the Uber app or the Ola app, and you must have booked your taxi or auto rickshaw through that. And even when you are feeling bored and you want to find out which are the movies that are happening around in Trichy because you want to go for a movie, you'll actually use your Book My Show or that kind of app, and you'll be actually going for a movie. So even selling old items, in your house you have some things that you don't want or you don't use it anymore, then you will actually just post it on OLX and you'll try to sell it. Okay, so internet is actually a very fantastic tool actually that brought us closer. It actually has made our lives a lot easier, but it also comes with a but. Okay, the but is that we should not use it for anything and everything. Okay, because we should not use it for defaming anyone. You should not use it as a tool to attack someone. We should not also use it as a tool for stalking. Okay, so we'll see what it is. So internet as a tool for studying is wonderful. You can use it for accessing your NPTEL courses, your open courseware courses, such as the massive online open courses, or simply called MOOCs. Okay, so MIT has OCW, Yale has OCW, and later NPTEL also came up with something like the open content, and you can actually access the content. You can actually access the lectures of various professors from various IITs and NITs as well through NPTEL. And you will also be able to take the certificate courses. You can read news articles, you can read the news, you can read research papers. And then, I'm a free software guy, so I would always try to market certain thing whenever I get a chance. And for that reason, I will actually let me try to market something like the operating system source code itself. Like for instance, if I just go to, let's say, GitHub. Yeah, I'll just search for GitHub Linus Torvalds Linux. And if you want to know how the operating system works or how is the operating system designed, you want to learn that, you have the capability of doing that using internet. And right now what I have just searched for is a simple GitHub page by Linus Torvalds, and that is a Linux kernel source tree. Okay, which means that you will get the entire source code of the Linux kernel as well over there. So you can actually go ahead and read up about it, and you'll be able to access these and study these. Okay, so that is where the internet is actually useful. And the internet can be used to study and understand how the softwares works, the different softwares. And if you would like to add a new feature to an existing software, you can actually add features to it. And so I've mentioned that, only thing is that there is a restriction. If you are actually adding a feature to a free software, then the subsequent product that will come out of that also will be a free software. That's what it means. And I have mentioned the definition of free software very vaguely down there in the footnote. It says that it can be used for any purpose. You can study and understand how the software works, redistribute it and modify it. So that is what the internet as a tool for studying is useful for a student in Indian Institute of Information Technology. Okay, because you have all joined for computer science and engineering and electronics and communication engineering. Be whatever the course that you have taken, understand that many of the speakers before me must have told you that nothing is just computer science and nothing is just electronics. It's all interdisciplinary. So even after your studies, you will be actually ending up in different fields. So you'll have to actually have the idea about how a computer works, even if you're in electronics and communication engineering. Okay, and you need to understand how a software is loaded on a microcontroller chip. In case if you are actually in computer science and engineering and you want to know how the electronics part of it works, or you need to have an idea about it, because otherwise you will not be able to apply that knowledge in the necessary situations. So in our campus, you have a 1 Gbps dedicated internet connection, and you have multiple internet wireless access points, and you also have the fiber to the home kind of thing, like FTTH. I wouldn't call it as fiber to the home. I would call it as the fiber to the hostel. Okay, so you have the fiber connection also to the hostel rooms. And the idea is that it's very easy for us to get distracted. It's very easy for us to get distracted from the purpose why we have assembled here, or why we have come to this institute. Okay, you guys have all come here for studies, and I'm here to teach as well as study, because we have to conduct our research as well. Anyway, so using it for entertainment is okay, but using it just for entertainment is not okay, because then you will get distracted. You will be just watching reels, or you will be making these reels and all of those things. That is not why you have come here for. So you can use it for watching movies. You maybe on Netflix or wherever you want, or you might also want to use it for chatting. Like for instance, right now you are away from your house. So the first thing that you would actually find out as a use of these social networking websites and chatting would be to get in touch with your family members. You will be able to get in touch with your family members. You'll be able to inform them about what is happening in your life on a day-to-day basis and all of those things, because you would want to be in touch with your parents, with your father and mother and your siblings. So internet will allow you to do that. but it will allow you to do a lot more than that. So it is very important for us to understand where to draw that line, where to draw that fine line, and understand what we should not do. So we can use it for studies. And sometimes I have also observed the students using the AI tools like ChatGPT, Bard, or Gemini, and some other tools in the lab when we give them some lab exercises. So I have decided as a faculty of my lab to cut down the internet for the students in the lab. And I will give the internet only when, I find it is very important. Okay. Otherwise, I expect the students to actually sit down and work on their code and not actually use or search on the internet for the solutions. I know that the solutions are out there. I have not given you some questions which, doesn't have any answers. There are, and the answers are available there on the internet. You just need to use your intelligence and you need to solve the problem. That is why you have come here to learn. And if you are just going to use AI tools like that, it will not be very useful. So train your intelligence well. That is why you have joined BTech. And now the whole world is connected. So, with the internet, many things are very easy. So there are pros and cons. So it is so convenient. That's where we started with. But convenience comes at a cost. Okay, like 2 days back, I believe my wife told me that there was a call on the phone, supposedly saying that some package could not be delivered and things like that. So I told, just upon hearing that, I told my wife, do not respond to that call and do not even press any option. Just cut the call, because it is a spam call or it's a fraudulent call, and somebody is trying to do some fraudulent activity and make some quick bucks. Okay. So all the information are at my fingertips, but a wrong click or a wrong move can make your life miserable as well with the internet. And you'll be able to communicate with your friends and family abroad using video calling. But, it is also possible that somebody whom you may be knowing or somebody else could, imitate or act like as if it is someone who knows you and could actually try to impersonate and cheat you as well. You can set up online business. That is very good. And we know that most of you must be interested in having a startup or things like that after your BTech. But at the same time, if you are setting up an online business, you have to be aware of the cyber security risks and the data security that you need to be aware of, because you are responsible for your customers' data. So even if you are actually going to set up a small group here in the institute and you're working on that, the data that comes to your server is your responsibility. So you have to take care of those data. Now, you can do the online shopping from your comfort of home, but it is also possible that you might come across some fishy websites or fraudulent websites where they may be advertising some products, but they are actually not selling it. So you will end up losing money for that, but you will never get the product. And don't think that getting back the money is an easy task, that I will just go to the police and I'll get it. No, it is not an easy task. It will be, you will be very lucky if you actually get the lost money back. Okay. Otherwise, you will be just like the general public where a lot of money was lost. Now, you can have online classes. You can attend your classes online using internet. That is a pro. But during the COVID times, we have seen the Zoom bombings and the online meeting raidings, etc. So Zoom bombing means that, I will just create a link for my class and I will be conducting my class online. But at the same time, somebody else got access to that particular link and he or she decides to log into that class and disturb the class. So that is what Zoom bombings or online meeting raiding is. So all these things are very much possible, and people behave unethically in the cyberspace. Okay, people will behave unethically in the cyberspace. Like online scams stealing your money and information. Okay, so just like the host said, if you are actually going to post everything on internet about what is happening in your day-to-day life, they can actually stalk you and they can even kidnap you. Don't misunderstand me that these are all realities. Okay, these are all realities. They actually even target the children of celebrities or children of people who are financially established, okay, financially well off. So because they want to make some quick bucks out of that, so they can actually even be targeting you as a potential target to be kidnapped, because you will never know who is actually stalking you, who is actually going through your profiles. Now I'll tell you another thing, like for instance, you all are young adults who have just joined your first year of BTech. Now you may not have been having Instagram or those kind of social networking sites, maybe because your parents have asked you not to use it when you were in school. But right now, out of the school, in the college, there is nobody to monitor you closely. So then, I have actually come across instances where some students have had issues regarding, they just created their Instagram account and they were thinking that it is all safe to post certain pictures, etc. there. So they will just keep posting pictures, etc. And, your classmates itself could be surprisingly acting very badly with you. Okay, they could actually be posting some vulgar comments. They could also be downloading those pictures and posting it in some forums, etc., which you may not want those pictures to be posted. I'm not saying about any derogatory pictures. I'm saying about proper pictures, but still, you did not intend that picture to end up there. But I have actually seen such situations where the classmates themselves have misused the pictures posted by their classmates. So please be aware of these things when we say that internet and messaging is to be used very cautiously. Okay, so online scams, there can be fake shopping websites. Like for instance, you wouldn't access a banking website if the banking website is not secure. Like for instance, there are two kinds of websites: static websites and dynamic websites. Dynamic websites would be actually also capturing some information from you, like you may have to log in there by giving your username, password. So those are the things that needs to be encrypted and transferred through the secure sockets. Okay, while static websites like for instance our institute website, which just serves the necessary information to the students, is just HTTP, because it need not be secure. It need not be secure. Why? Because we are not capturing any sensitive information, and we are not dealing with the sensitive information. The moment we are dealing with some sensitive information, like for instance, if you try our LMS, learning management system, Moodle, that is actually secure, because you'll have to enter your username, password and things there to be able to access that. So that is a secure thing, while the normal static websites can be unsecure. So there can be online scam examples like fake shopping websites. There can be even Instagram influencers who will try to befriend you and try to tell you that, this cryptocurrency trading is a lucrative opportunity. If you put in 1,000 rupees now, after 3 years, you'll be able to make 10,000 out of that 1,000. So you'll think that it is very, very much possible, and you will actually fall prey to it. And if you start investing money, right, they will just simply keep on making money. I'm not saying that this person could be the person, but this is actually a traveler, cryptopreneur and investor. So I have actually received multiple such requests on my Instagram as well. What I do is I'll simply block them, because I'm not interested. I know what are their intentions. Then you can be also be a victim of a UPI scam. As per the Ministry of Finance, in 2022-23, there was a huge rise in the number of fraudulent cases linked with the UPI transactions. So this is from the previous year. So this year, I am sure that it must have gone up, or I'm not quite sure about it. Let me not comment about it. But based off 2021-22, it has increased in 2022-23. All right. And we know that we must have seen some YouTube videos or some dramas where they actually try to tell you that, the shopkeeper would be cheated by somebody else by keeping their UPI QR code there. So all those things can happen. Okay. And we also know that maybe you may not be aware of, but I have read about instances where, people post online on OLX and Quicker for selling their old things. Like it can be an old car, it can be an old scooter, or it can be any old furniture. So they want to sell off some things. And once you post it, the scammers will get your information and they will try to contact you. And they would want to purchase the thing immediately from you. Okay. In such cases, right, what they will be doing is they will actually try to talk to you very nicely and will try to take you into confidence. And once they understand that you have fallen prey to them, they will now demand, they will actually send you a QR code or some payment link. And with the payment link, if you click on the payment link, you may think that it is for you to get the money because you are the one who is selling the product, the old product. So when you click on the payment link, you don't get money, but instead the money from your account will go into the scammer's account. So these are all very much possible. Now there are online lottery scams, like for instance, the Nigerian scam email. I'm not sure whether you have received such emails. Okay, you must have. I have received tons of emails like this, which says that due to some new regulation in my country, I am not able to withdraw the funds that is available with the bank here in my country. So I need your help since you are in another country. I would actually transfer this money to you. Now you can take a percentage of this money and give me the rest of the money once I meet you in person. So you might think that it is actually a very nice opportunity for you to make some quick bucks, but you will not get any money. You will actually start losing money if you continue with the conversation. So don't do such things. So this is just a very simple example. It says from nephew at nigerianprince.com, and the subject will be like, I need your help and please help. I want to transfer you a lot of money. Okay, lots of money. So this will be how you will be actually contacted. Now, you can also be victim of online phishing. It could be some virus or Trojan that could be affecting your computer or your phone that could be used to steal the information as well. So generally, you should not trust anything that you come across on the internet or on the social media platforms. Okay, or on the social networking websites. Now, this is an example of irresponsible behavior by a person. So it says that a woman is awarded 1.2 billion in revenge porn lawsuit. So I'm sure what you know what it is. Okay, so it says that maybe two people were close friends, or they maybe have been couple, they may have been married, and once there was some domestic issues between those two people, they decided to part their ways. But one person decided to post the private videos or the private images that these people shared in their intimate moments, and this becomes public on the internet. Now when it becomes public on the internet, right, you will be looked down on. And this is such a case where a woman was actually victim of revenge porn, and the woman actually filed a case, and we know that the jury ruled in favor of the Texas woman. That is what this particular news article says. So in this one, the ex-boyfriend had psychologically and sexually abused her by sharing intimate images of her online without her consent. So this is one example. Another one, so that was about a woman. Now, for the case of guys, there is something called honey trap that keeps on going around. And we know from India that even the people in the highest stature of officers, like it could be judges, it could be police officers, it could be collectors, we know that nobody was spared. Okay, nobody was spared. Everybody has fallen prey for this through the honey trap scam, etc. So these are also realities. And now if you use some websites like dating apps and things like that on internet, it's most likely or highly likely that you will come across these things, and it's very easy that you will fall prey to this, and it will actually spoil your entire life. It will not only spoil your entire life, but it will also take away the entire savings that you have been having with you. So it's very important that we understand what are the threats that we have when we start using a new tool. So we should use the tool very cautiously, and we should be able to understand what are the loopholes or what are the issues that could be there. Now, here in this one, I just told you that even collectors were not spared. Like in this one, this is a different example, not the honey trap example. In this one, it says that in Rajasthan, an IAS officer falls victim to cyber fraud and loses 6 lakhs. So it's very easy. Okay. Now, can being an IAS officer, does the money come back automatically to the account? Never. Once the money is gone, gone. Okay, and you will be very lucky if you get the money back. I'll tell you again, you'll be lucky if you get the money back. Otherwise, just simply forget it and continue living your life. So, how can you stay safe when you have these, online problems? So first thing is you have to make sure that your accounts are, first of all, secured with multi-factor authentication if possible. Never respond to scam messages. So on my phone also, I was like 2 or 3 days back, I just looked at my short messages that I have received. And I was quite surprised that there is actually a spam folder in that Android phone. And in that spam folder, when I looked into my spam folder, I've received so many messages from YONO SBI saying that, my card is going to be blocked by this evening. So I have not seen any of those things. And I know that these have not come from legitimate sources or the trusted sources. It has come from some untrusted sources. So for that reason, the phone itself was able to find out that it was a spam message and move it into spam. So I was lucky, and I did not see this. I saw it just 2 or 3 days back. But now, imagine someone who is ignorant about this. I was lucky, and I was aware of these things. And since I was aware of these things, I did not click on any of those messages or any of the links that the messages provided. But what will happen if somebody is ignorant about it, is not aware of this thing? Let's say that somebody who is busy or somebody who is elderly, okay? All of these things can happen to anyone. Now, install some good antivirus software on your system so that, you know that the viruses or trojans do not attack you. And keep the social media accounts private. As I told you earlier, we shouldn't trust anyone. Sometimes the miscreant can be your classmate, okay? And when I tell you that I have come across such situations, I'm not lying, okay? But I don't want to bring out the names as well. That will be so unethical of me. Okay, so I have seen these situations. You can then file a complaint if any cybercrime has occurred to you. For instance, in India, we have something called the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, NCRP. So the website is cybercrime.gov.in, and you will be able to file women and children related crime, financial fraud, other cyber crime, etc. here. But trust me, the process is not very easy as you may think. Once you submit this particular thing, it will go to the NCRP, and the NCRP will then further forward it to your concerned state, concerned police station, and they will be actually managing this like any other complaint. Okay, so don't think that a swift action will be taken and things will be all in your favor all of a sudden. No, doesn't happen. Only thing is you have a provision to file a complaint, and that is there. Be cautious about transferring money. So I have come across multiple, instances where people actually say that they have received, they have actually seen fake profiles of them being created on Facebook, and then they add their friends into the fraudulent account, and the fraudulent account is an impersonation account. People will not suspect that it is actually another person impersonating as their friend. So they would just simply go ahead and accept the friend request. So they will accept the friend request, and after the friend request is accepted, they will actually start asking for money, saying that, my relative is in the hospital and right now I am in the emergency ward with the relative and I do not have any access to, banking right now. Can you share so much money to this account? They will also give you another account number because, they don't have access to their account, and they will say that I'll pay you the money just in 2 days. So all of these things can happen, and it can happen to you as students as well. Okay. So scams and all of these things are nothing new in the, society. It is not something that is just in the internet or the cyber world. It's just an extension of the human behavior. It's just an extension of the human behavior. Okay. So human behavior of exploitation, easy money, dishonesty. Okay. So because of all of these things, people lose their money online, and people will be also looking into the lives of people, invading privacy. So that is stalking. So that is also an extension of the human behavior. So just like how you would actually be interested in what is going on in your neighbor's house. Okay. So same way, people would want to look at what is actually happening on your profile. Okay. Not really because they want to follow your, they must be actually stalking you. Now, data privacy is another scam. Now, stalking can lead to kidnapping children, as I told you initially. Now, you have to be very careful when you use internet. You have to be aware of the pitfalls like duplicate or fraudulent profiles, which look like your family or friend, and they are asking for your money. Now, it is also possible that, sometimes your friend can call you on a video call, and that will be using deep fakes. So deep fakes asking for money through video call. Now, the seller loses money by posting ad on OLX and Quicker. That is what I just described some time back. Now, what are the do's and don'ts on the internet and messaging? So do's on the internet and don'ts on the internet. I have actually put it as two different columns. On the left side, you have the do's on the internet. On the right side, you have the don'ts on the internet. So do's on the internet: do not do anything that will put you in jail. Okay. And do not do anything that will attract police or law enforcement to you. Like for instance, even certain things that you do online, like maybe talking to someone and asking for some favors, etc., may be illegal, and doing that on the internet also will be illegal. Okay, so if you are actually if there is some rule that is pertaining to the real world life, that will be applicable on the cyber world as well. Okay, so for another example is your computer skills can make things better for you. So in this particular example, we are talking about someone who is an MTech holder from IIT Kanpur. His name is Yuvaraja, and his crime was
he not only created an app which can make your railway ticket booking easier, but he also distributed it to some people, to the general public, for cash. So that was actually not right. So he charged money from users for making booking easier by using some pre-filling techniques. Pre-filling techniques as in by using some data pre-filling techniques. So, you don't have to worry about filling the data at 11 o'clock when the Tatkal reservation tickets, when the Tatkal reservation quota opens. Okay. So instead, you will just click on this app and it will actually fill up everything for you and will click on the next for you. So that is what he did. But unfortunately, the knowledge was put in to use it in the wrong direction. And that ended up causing trouble for him, and he was nabbed for that. So in this article, it says, ready to help IRCTC improve booking system, says Tamil Nadu techie who was arrested for making an app. He could have used it in the right direction, but instead he used it for making some money for himself, and that is where he ended up in the jail. Now, this is another, so I was not able to quickly recollect because these are the same set of slides that I used. I just made some little bit of changes here and there. So this is the same talk that I delivered in the previous orientation day. And I was trying to understand what exactly is this example. That is where I wrote it as email. So I'll tell you. So don't prank anyone online. So I have come across a situation where suddenly a girl in an institution receives an email from a boy, from a junior boy. And that email was not something that we can discuss in the general public. It's not a nice email. It's a bad email. So the boy was naturally suspected because the email has come from that boy's email address. And the boy was supposed to be punished as well. But it turned out that somebody else took advantage of this boy's computer because this boy actually went out of his room without locking the computer screen, or without logging out from the personal computer, or without putting a secure password to safeguard his computer. Now what happened was somebody else took this opportunity so that the email account was open for that guy, and he just sent an email from that email address to the other girl. So this also has happened in an institute where I was associated with. And that is why I'm telling you this example. I won't tell you which institute or I won't tell you the details. But this is also something that has happened. So never leave your phone or your laptop or your computers unattended and without locking the screen. You should please always make sure that it is locked, because it could be your classmate or it could be your batchmate who has done that. And it took a lot of time for them to figure out how this actually happened. Okay. And until this was figured out, right, the guy's life was in mess. Okay. So these are all things that you need to be aware of. Now, be safe on the internet and messaging. So for example, this is something that I would always tell people. Sometimes I'm not saying that, sometimes even the fourth year students now in IIITT does that. They might send an email without a proper subject line. Okay, so never do that. You should write it properly. So here in this one, right, it's mentioned how to write an email. And a link is also given here. Okay, so I have actually shared it with the media club's members here in the institute, this particular set of slides. So if anybody wants to go through this YouTube video, they can get in touch with the media club members and they can share this thing to you. So in this one, they say that subject, you have to write the email with a proper subject. Don't leave the subject empty. Salutation, that is, dear Miss Holly, or respected sir, or respected ma'am, whatever it is. And then the body of the email. And then the closing. signature and signature block. So closing is regards or sincerely or thanking you, and then finally your signature, and that's how you will write an email, a proper email. So you have to write emails like how you write letters. Okay, because you have already learned how to write letters when you were in school. There was in English there was a particular period or there was a particular chapter in which you learned how to write letters, where to put the date, where to put the subject line, where to put the signature, and all of those things. So same way for email as well, there are certain etiquettes that you need to follow, and you should understand that as a student. You'll be learning all the technical stuff here in IIIT Trichy, but these things are some things that you need to develop. Say, for example, when you're going to ask for an internship opportunity to work in a company, you are most of probably going to write an email, and you're not going to send a WhatsApp message saying, "Hi there, can I get an internship opportunity there?" No, it doesn't work that way. So you have to write a properly formatted email, and you also have to learn to put things in the correct order. Now, this is certain do's and don'ts online. Like, do be cautious of unusual posts from your friends. Don't download or install any software from social networking websites. Do assume all of your posts are public and that anyone can see them. So as I told you, even if your social networking profile, Instagram or Facebook or anything is private, and you think that only those friends who follow you will have access to it. Anyone in your friends list can take a screenshot and share it with anyone. Okay, so hence anything that you put online, even in a different privacy setting, can be made public by anyone. Don't reuse your social networking password on other sites. Watch out for fake friend requests. Don't share personal information. Don't send unsolicited messages. Don't share explicit or offensive content. Don't click on links from people you don't know. This could be, phishing or malware scams. Don't download files from people you don't know. These could contain viruses or other harmful software. So these are the do's and don'ts. And with your devices, do not share your OTPs with anyone. Don't share your passwords with anyone. Don't keep simple passwords. Don't keep your email open. Email should not be kept open. I told you an example about what happened. Now, stay safe online. You have to use strong passwords. You have to keep changing them regularly. Keep your software up to date. So they say that if you use old browsers, web browsers, and you have not updated it for a very long time, there are possibilities that, the intruders have found out or figured out ways to access your old or outdated softwares. Okay, so they will be able to find backdoors or exploitation techniques through which they will be able to access your system. And once they gain access to your system, they will be able to do everything that you do on your system remotely. So that is also very, very much possible. So be careful about what information you share on social media. Be aware of the risks of online dating. And parents who are here can actually also tell the children about internet safety, because right now the kids do not have kids. So you need not talk to your friends or kids, but parents here can talk to their kids and inform them that they have to be aware of the internet safety. Now, internet as a tool for studying is why we have given you this 1 Gbps internet, and that is why you have actually cleared your entrance and all of those things and come here to study. And this particular facility that is extended to you or given to you is just for your studies and to help you with the studies. So access it, access your NPTEL courses, OCW courses, read news articles, research papers, study the free software packages. So you'll be able to study the how each software is made. You want to learn how a VLC media player works, you will get the source code of VLC media player online, and you'll be able to read that and understand that. Or if you want to learn how the Linux kernel works, you get the source code of that, and you will be able to work on that. That's it. There ends my talk. I am Anup Jacob Thomas. I am an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. My room number is 2168, just 4 rooms from here. And my email address is anupjt@iiitt.ac.in. You can feel free to get in touch with me for any queries. That's it.
Thank you, sir, for sharing such important information and advice for participating in the online web. Let's get to the another round of hand raising. Let's see how many tech-savvy people do we have here. Come on, guys, you're people of technical field. No interest in tech here? That's sad. Nevertheless, our technical team will welcome you with open hands if you develop any further interests. To tell you more about it and how you can engage with the technical opportunities available here, from coding clubs to tech fests, we have our technical secretary, Mr. Lakshendra.
Seems like the audience for me is already very less. Hello everyone. This is the technical secretary of the student council, as you might have seen earlier yesterday. I am Lakshend from third year EC, and I will be handling all the technical clubs. And along with me, I have my vice technical Utkarsh Sharma here. So the structure of the technical council is like this. I am the technical secretary. Here, Utkarsh Sharma is the vice technical secretary. We have the club coordinators for various clubs, and along with the club coordinators, we have the faculty in charges for each club. The overall faculty in charge will for all the technical clubs and the technical fests as well is Dr. Krishnamurthy sir. So what is our role? So first of all, we will be handling we are responsible for all the activeness for all the clubs, technical clubs in our college, as well as we need at least 2 events for each technical club each semester. Apart from that, the annual technical fest of our college is also held in this semester only, the odd semester, which is Atrang. So, like, do you have any idea what all technical clubs we have in our college? Anyone? Just a wild guess. No one. Your friends might have been in other colleges. You might know from them. At least one guy. The one is here only, guys. You can at least read this one. Hackathon is an event in which you have to build a product based on the problem statements. Okay, I will go with it. The first one is the competitive programming club. Like here, the people are doing CP and all on platforms like LeetCode as well as GFG. And this is the most important club according to me, because after 4 years, this is like the companies will be asking DS and CP only in the first round. After that, only you will be shortlisted. The second one is my favorite, and also one more thing. The club coordinators are mentioned at the bottom. If you want have any queries, you can contact them. Second one is my favorite, the web development club, because I am also a web developer. The third one is the app development club. It is from the wing of web dev club only, and the web dev club and the app dev club are responsible for all the websites and applications which you will see of our college, like the IIITT website. The maintenance of that website comes under web development club only, as well as the websites of various fests. The third one is the data science club, handled by our cultural secretary, Mr. Atham More. Last one is the network security club, not a very active club to be honest. Then the robotics club, IoT, and yeah, this one, the entrepreneurship cell, which is held by Bhupesh Gupta from fourth year. Lastly, there is Atrang, which is our annual technical fest. Any questions? Nope. Utkarsh, you have something to add? आजा आजा.
Hello guys. Can you tell me how are you feeling now? Bored, tired, anything? Any one of you? At least sleepy, oh, it's okay. I want to know your opinion. Are you interested to listen something? Why have you come for triple IT? Just sitting on chairs? Man, you have cleared JEE, gave a toughest exam, and now you are sitting like nothing to say. Words. Yeah, smiling okay. Say something. At least stand and tell your name. What you have done till now. Nobody? Women empowerment? Anyone from the women candidate? Okay, what you expect us to do for you? Any single session. Despite anything, tech, non-tech, cultural, anything. Guys, interact at least. Do you have questions? Or like we are that like teachers giving boring lecture to you. This is the technical stuff you have to study in triple IT. Are we behaving like that? Or some serious seniors like you should do this kind of stuff. Otherwise you will face this issue. Like that we are saying. Yeah, we are friendly with you. I want any single person from here can say something, anything. Hi. Yeah, bro. At least we have one man here. Bro, can you tell your name first? Okay. Shivam. Okay, you want to know about clubs. Uh, which specify the clubs, like we are dealing with two, three types of like competitive coding clubs or some development clubs like web dev or app dev. Now today's technology is about, yeah. Okay. So firstly, you have to know what is coding. Do you have any idea about coding?
Okay, for each club, we will be having a separate orientation week later. That's why I just mentioned the name of the clubs as well as the coordinators. I don't want to make as well. Coordinators are also not present here, as well as I don't want to make the session more boring. Actually, you guys already look bored.
It's a kind of a theoretical session, like we have to explain something, you are sitting just. We want an interactive section, like what do you expect from us or something from your side? Any doubt, anything? Arey, okay guys, leave. How many of you know my name and his name? He just came and tell his name. Like our technical secretaries came and tell his name. Anyone? Okay, try. At least guess. Just a random guess. Guys, what you are thinking? Okay, anyone can tell his name only, not us. Introduce to your batch, like you will sit together. From girls' side, anyone can stand and just tell me about yourself. A small name and anything. Wanted to interact? Again, from the boys' side. Guys, what you are thinking? Why you are feeling this much shy? Is I am being so rude, like, or showing some emotions, or you are afraid of me? Why couldn't? Now I think we have to end. Like, I am not getting any good interact from you. It's a bad thing for me. I want you guys at least interact with the upcoming people because we are there for you. You are here for next 4 years. You should interact with your seniors. Okay, guys. Have a nice day.
In your excitement about technical clubs and all the technicalities in the college, I sure hope we get enthusiastic participants for our clubs. Now, thank you, Shubham, for the inconvenience. Now, we'll talk about sports. And seeing your enthusiasm, I am sure, I don't know, it will be excitement or a disappointment for us. So we have our sports secretary, Mr. Ramcharan, for the inputs.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm L. Ramcharan from 4th year CSE. I'm the fourth sports secretary. So I guess you are very bored in these technical clubs and everything. So I want to tell you about the sports thing. So everyone are interested in sports, right? I want to know who are interested in sports and regular to the sports. So what sports you guys play? In girls side, can I know? Badminton. Okay, like I'm the main player in the kabaddi, and I usually play volleyball, football, and everything, every sport in our college. Okay, let's talk about the sports club in our college. So here, our faculty in charge, sports faculty in charge, Dr. Anup Jacob Thomas, and sports secretary. I am the sports secretary, and the vice sports secretary, Ven Arya from third year. Okay, thank you, Atharva. So our sports department is managed by some really dedicated people, and our sports faculty, Dr. Anup Jacob Thamos, and me, the sports secretary, and the vice sports secretary, Ven Arya from third year CSC. And okay, we'll talk about the clubs, the sports club. Like you might wondering that after seeing our college, you guys thinking that how are you guys how are we managing the clubs without having any dedicated grounds? But don't worry, like our grounds can be leveled and we can have proper. We don't have a proper dedicated ground for every club. We have few grounds, like we can be having one ground and we can make that shift arrangements for, like example, we are having a ground there, and for one time the cricket guys are using it, and after evening that another shift arrangements, football guys are playing that. So in this way, we are having these shift arrangements, and when we came at our second year, we don't have these kinds of grounds or sports equipments or anything. So now you guys are having very good enough equipments and every facility. So regarding to the sports equipment, every equipment we are having, we are having good equipments, and the grounds are going under the process. So we'll talk about the clubs which are we are having. As you see, the cricket. The cricket, here the coordinators' names are given below. The coordinators are Akash Yadav and Krishna Rai from 4th year. And you can contact them if you have any queries regarding these cricket clubs and everything. So, these were the pictures. You see the videos and the photos which are from the Protimos, our annual fest event. And football. The football coordinators are Vaidik and Rohit Esbellor, and the pictures you can see there. And Kabaddi. So Kabaddi is my personal favorite game, which we have a Kabaddi court near the entrance, and which we practice regularly. And now it needs to be cleared. It is not cleared now. So in these tough conditions, we gave a tough fight in the IIITT events. So caroms, regarding caroms, we are having a good equipments available in boys hostel as well as girls hostel. So in boys hostel, you are having a common hall. As you see, while you are entering into the boys hostel, you are having a common hall for every girls and boys. So in boys hostel, in a common hall, you are getting to have a carom board and a table tennis bat. Table tennis table. And for girls, you are having a table tennis, and you are having caroms also, and a skipping rope, I guess. And these were the pictures and the videos in our event. Athletics, I'm the coordinator for the field events, and Aswajit is the coordinator for the track events. Currently, we are all having the necessary field related equipment such as shot put, javelin throw, discus throw, and more. These were the pictures and the videos. Yeah. Table tennis. In the boys hostel, we have 2 table tennis boards in the common hall, and for girls also we are having 1 table tennis table in their common hall in the first floor. You can use there. And badminton for boys, we are having an indoor court where we can inside the boys hostel, we are having a badminton court, and for girls, college is preparing a similar facility which is currently under the process. And volleyball. Volleyball is also my second favorite game, and volleyball is the most active club in our college. The court is located behind the boys hostel, which you can see. So it is for both boys and girls, where girls and boys will practice there. And last year in the IIITT, our girls volleyball team won an IIITT bronze medal. This is where this is behind our boys hostel, which is for both the boys and the girls, which is the most active club in our college. And for chess, the coordinators are Lakshendra and the Pranjal from 3rd year. You can contact them if you have any queries. So these are the pictures from the IIITT events. And these are the clubs in our college. And regarding the grounds, me and Anup sir and vice secretary are discussing about the ground facilities. We are planning to have a 400 meter athletic track, which is behind our boys hostel, we are planning to have it, but for ourselves we can't get, for we are trying, but we are trying to get for your sake, or we don't have that. Like it may take more time, so you guys can have that. So we'll, and regarding the equipment, for every club we are having a very good equipment which are new and which are of high quality. And if you want any so if you want to play any sport regarding it, you should you can have, and it is access for everyone. So regarding this, we are having this annual fest, which is Prothimos, and I will call our vice secretary to explain Prothimos event and interdisciplinary event.
Okay, everyone. How many of you are interested to participate in interdisciplinary? Everyone from this side. Girls, only three. Don't you want to play? Just keep studying and studying.
Actually, girls volleyball team have won bronze medal in interdisciplinary.
Not even interested. Why? Okay, for boys. Majorly, we have two main events. One for our college, which is called Prothimos, in which for some sports there is auction like volleyball, football, cricket. Peoples are bought in the auction, give it sent to a team, and they play. And for interdisciplinary, people are selected on the basis of their performance, and they are taken to the respective interdisciplinary where it is hosted on the expenses of college only. You are not interested. Why? Never mind. If you want, you can play any games. Never doesn't matter you are in the club or not. Every sport is open for everyone. This is like for interdisciplinary. Yeah. Other than Prothimos and interdisciplinary, we have two other tournaments. Basically for the clubs, we go to nearby colleges, mainly IIM and government college nearby, to practice and for the competitive matches. And once in a year in our college we have tournaments for year basis, where all the 4 years of different department, they make their teams and play with each other, and only one team reaches to final and win. Now I'm going to talk about induction process. Now many of you are thinking how to join the clubs, how to go in club. Just some of you are from table tennis, want to play table tennis, you want access of rackets, balls. For that, you have to clear the induction process and join the clubs. क्या हो गया? Charger पे. Third year, they will head the process. They will, for the outdoor sport, they will check your stamina, how you play, your skills. On calculating all of this, you will be selected for the club, and on the basis of club performance, you will be selected to take part in other tournaments. You will be given the time period for which you can do practice with your fellow mates, or you can take guidance from seniors. And after the induction process, the result will come in 2-3 days. And this is not the thing. Induction will happen only once, and you can participate and compete only once. This process happens for every semester or every year. You can take part or compete every sem. Just like you can also compete with the club members. You can say, I am better than him, I want to go. And our coordinator, Mr. Anup Jacob Thomas, he is very specific for these things. He also comes to the induction, see that every process is going fairly. There will be nothing hidden from him. Now, thank you. Now, Can you tell me the sport for which you want to go for IIIT? Volunteer. Cricket and chess, football. What? Badminton, okay. Before this, have you played at any level, just like district, state, national? Any of you? Anyone? What level? District level. What? District. Okay. Only two. Okay, never mind. You can go for IIIT and take as yes your goal. You can compete with the people from all India studying in every IIIT. Okay, thank you from my side. Any question? No. Thank you. Kritika.
Thank you, Ramcharan Bhaiya and Wayne sir, for providing the insights about the sports culture in our campus. Okay, so unlike our technical clubs, we do have some participants for sports club. So we hope to see many of your faces in upcoming Prothamos and IIIT tournaments. Yes or no? I would like to thank all the speakers for their insights and sharing all the essential information in their respective fields. And thank you guys for joining us, minus the interaction session. Let's end this day. You can leave for whatever you want. Thank you.